You're watching the Utterly Insane Productions Insane Asylum.
Hello, I'm Joe. This is Mark, and we're in the Insane Asylum, and we are live here from Watertown, Wisconsin, on a very cold winter day. Still
It's not that cold out.
too cold to still go
Let's
out and
see.
do
It's 6 o'clock.
investigations.
6 o'clock in the evening here. We've got do an update here on my phone. We got look at there. It's 27 degrees out.
It's fucking
But it
cold.
says real feel is 20.
Fuck, my shit would roll up my ass.
And
My shit would crawl up my
we're
ass
supposed to
if
have
I went
we're supposed to have
outside
snow
and
tomorrow
hide.
morning.
All right, but
Anyway,
it's
we didn't
getting closer.
have a really good topic going because Joe doesn't like to research things.
I went out and got us some boom mics, another new toy that we'll be playing around
No,
with
you got
someday.
us booms for the mics.
Yeah, whatever. Mic stands. And then I got another new toy for us to play around with when we get to go back out on the road and start exploring places.
Hi, Tom.
I got us an actual
And
spirit
I'm
box
actually
to
in the
take
works.
along for the ride. So,
I got some toys I'm gonna be buying here soon.
So it should be more fun, and we're hoping not to repeat any of the places we did in season 1.
Well, there's a couple places that we probably will repeat because of the fact that one of them I want to get back out to.
Which one is that?
The one that intrigues me the most, and that one is the Eagle Road Cemetery.
Why is it just because it's so fucking close?
No, because the last time we were out there, you guys were at the opposite end of the cemetery from me and Lisa, and we both.
You're still
We
obsessed.
were all hearing the same thing.
You're still obsessed with the growling sound that we heard
on our.
Yeah, that'll be kind of cool to take those.
I want to play with the new toy out there.
Yeah, it'll also be kind of cool to take that as I call it, and I know he's going to correct me because he's anal that way. The bionic ear with us.
It's a parabolic ear.
Same fucking difference.
Parabolic microphone.
Fuck off.
So what does it do?
It enhances the sound. I mean,
a parabolic microphone. Parabolic microphone is basically a dish inside of a microphone, or a microphone inside of a dish.
Yeah, it looks like you're holding.
So
a little
it's a dish, and it looks like a satellite dish, but it's got the microphone inside. So what's happening here is any sound coming into it's being reflected directly into the microphone, therefore enhancing your ability to record with it.
It kind of looks like a dog with a cone on it.
So basically, you can actually with a parabolic dish microphone, you can with a parabolic dish microphone you can actually catch a mouse fart at 100 yards.
Oh, Tom made a comment.
Because you kind of like that mouse fart thing, don't you?
Tom made a comment. If you come to Twisted Dreams, Chris is a paranormal investigator and has tons of tips and tricks.
Oh, yeah?
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, they had
something like that.
I was telling you about how we got to go check these guys
We'll have to make a point to make it there.
I was telling Mark because Mark showed up when it was almost the end of Tom's show. Because I was sitting here watching Off the Rails when Mark showed up. So then I kind of stopped listening to them because they were getting to the end anyways. They were down to their movie reviews. The whatever, that awards show, the famous awards show that's coming up for movies. So they were
Grammys?
They were going for Best Picture and all of this
Oscars?
or whatever, the Oscars or whatever.
One of them.
Anyway, I don't pay attention to that stuff. After being in the movie business as long as I was in the video store rental business, I don't pay attention to that shit much anyway. Same difference. Anyway, fuck off.
He's never started anything.
I was telling
doing.
Mark about them. You might not like it so much because they kind of do like a horror film festival.
Oh. Yeah,
and see, that's something Mark and I would get into going into.
What's wrong with the horror film festival?
I mean, they were at one point they were listing some of the top directors and stuff, and I knew just about everyone that they named off, and I mean they started with like John Carpenter, and I had to mention Clive Barker because they didn't say that one, and he's one of my favorites.
Clive Barker was a really good one. He's the one that did the
Hellraiser
series,
Yeah,
which they've really went
yeah,
dumb shit.
They take
with that
some
one.
of those way too far, but this is a lot of like
well, that's my point. They really went dumb shit with the fucking Hellraiser series.
a lot of stuff that they were. It sounds like that they deal with is a lot of local people and local filmmakers that are making these little shorts and stuff like this, and then they show them at this film festival, and it sounds really interesting.
Sorry, guys, if I'm
Because the last time I was at a film festival, it was like one of these cartoon things, and the big guest person there was Mike
didn't get
Judge,
much sleep last night at all.
and Beavis and Butthead was a big thing back then.
Well,
I know you're gonna bitch.
what? No. Oh, her? Oh, he didn't take his pills?
Little things that I find when I'm sitting at his desk.
Oh, because he didn't take his pills?
Nope.
And see, you don't have the other camera going, so you couldn't put those up there and bitch about that at that point.
No, I can't, but
See?
that's okay.
See how lucky am I?
I don't know, how lucky are you?
I just want to make sure I
Not
can.
a sound to you.
She can always try and hit you in the head with them. So anyway, but yeah, we got a few things in the works. We're going to be wrapping up season one.
It looks like.
Hopefully, probably late March, early April, we'll start season 2. And gonna be
okay, so
headed
he
out
said
on a
it
bunch of
was.
stuff to try and do some investigating out in the field again.
You see that next comment?
Yeah, he said it was international, so I got that wrong. But it was pretty much independent filmmakers, but still some of that stuff sounded.
Friday is strictly Wisconsin filmmakers.
But it is kind of funny. It'd be kind of cool to check them out because it's right up
Not
my
saying it
alley.
wouldn't.
I don't get to watch a lot of that stuff anymore because she won't watch it with me.
Well,
You
yeah.
know. Oh, I was big on that stuff.
Oh, I used to
I've
watch
seen
horror
some of the
all
newer
the
stuff,
time.
but I don't
If you
like
want
some
me
of the
to have
newer stuff.
nightmares at night, go ahead.
I don't like some of the newer stuff though when they
I won't be
remake
able to be
Hollywood.
sleeping.
Hollywood
There's
tends
no
to piss
reason to
me
have
off.
nightmares. It's all freaking fake stuff.
Yeah, you live with a crazy. You should be okay with watching those things.
Not my fault.
I was talking about you being crazy.
That's why I said it's not my fault.
What, that you're crazy?
Yeah.
Whose fault is it then?
It's the way I was made.
Oh, California. I'll buy that one. There's a bunch of weirdos out there.
Yeah,
He's proof of that.
A bunch of them are family members.
That's pretty pathetic, isn't it?
Did you notice?
Okay,
Did
so-
you notice how our insane asylum sign kind of blends into
in.
this?
Yeah, that is kind of cool though. So we're gonna explore
It does. It
hopefully
blends into it pretty good.
some new places and because we got some trips that we want to take. Like
All right.
we've been talking
That was
the Devil's
weird. Why'd
Punch
the camera
Bowl.
move?
So we're gonna hope to make
I
it to
moved
the
it.
Devil's
You're
Punch
bumping it?
Bowl.
No, I moved it.
That was one of the places we're gonna hope to make it to the
I
Devil's Punch Bowl.
want to get up
for-
there to
for-
the Devil's
for-
Punch Bowl. I want to actually do a
But-
weekend thing.
But
on
that's there's too much out that way that we get. Yeah, I was gonna say
so
we gotta
that's
take
what
a
I'm
weekend
saying. I
for
want to
that.
do a weekend thing with that. Like,
But
go
yeah,
up there
we're
on
gonna
a
probably
Friday
get to
night
some old haunts like
and
he
hit
wants
the
to go
Devil's
back-
Punch Bowl and then come back down the Mississippi River run there all the way down back
Right.
down to Prairie du Chien and back in.
yeah, and you're
Because
still not.
there's some places out by Platteville and Dodgeville that I wouldn't mind hitting up. There's a place out there I'd like to go to. It's a mineral museum that's out there off of Highway 23. It's between Dodgeville and the House on the Rock, and I think that would be kind of cool.
That's a
to check
strange
out.
fucking place.
My House on the Rock.
Yeah,
I know it is.
just how that's made.
You know,
But-
that one, that's actually kind of one of those that would fall within our categories too,
because it's
of-
kind of like
because
it's
of
strange.
the way it's set
It's-
up
it's
there
a
and the way it was
strange-
built and everything.
Yeah, it's
But I've
well, it's part of
the only
it's part
time
of the
I've
weird
ever
Wisconsin
been.
book, believe it or not.
The only time I've ever been to the House on the Rock and I never went inside is when I was working for Straight Shot in
3
Dunham.
times.
I actually been out there and made deliveries to the place. And
3
I have
times.
seen some of the grounds. But I've never been inside the house itself.
Mm. The House on the Rock is one of the coolest fucking places in the world. I've been there 3 times. Twice when I was a kid, and it was Mike's idea. Okay. And so Mike took us there. And then when our kids got a little bit older and they were walking and talking and could be fascinated by some of this stuff. Yeah, right. So we took all the kids, we piled all the grandkids up in this big vehicle and went, I think we had 2 vehicles because Dwayne had a van and we were in Mike's Intrepid at the time, and we all took this big ride.
The only time I've ever been there was through school field trip.
Yeah, that would have been boring.
Yeah.
You got to stay with the school
'cause
field
you gotta stay
trip
with
group.
the group. Now, there's another place up at the university I want to go to. I want to take Leon and JJ with me. And I don't know, I'm going to have to find out if I can film in there. But they actually have a geology museum up there at the university as well, right there on Dayton Street. Dayton and Charter, actually, right on the corner, right across from the heating cooling plant that they have there. And I really want to check that out too, because supposedly they've got fossils in there from
Just look in a
dinosaurs
mirror. Take a picture of yourself if you want to show them a fossil.
And they've got and supposedly they got like moon rocks and shit like that in there too, because I think that would be really cool.
I still think that was a whole fucking conspiracy too.
Fuck you. We landed on the moon. We were told never to fucking come back.
Kind of like how I was sent down to hell and I got kicked out for selling ice cubes, right?
You can't sit there and tell me you really think that we never went to the moon.
I don't think it ever happened.
Seriously?
Seriously.
You're being serious
I just read an article.
You're not being a dick.
All right, I'm not being a dick, but
okay.
I just read an article. Who was that famous astronaut, the last one that supposedly landed on the moon? Is still
Armstrong
alive.
And Glenn.
The one that's still alive. That's like really famous. I don't think I could still find that article. I saw it like yesterday or the other day.
I'm not sure.
But anyway, I think he was. Anyway, they asked him. They got him in like an interview situation or something. They wanted him to swear on a Bible that he stepped foot on the moon.
Did he?
No, he wouldn't do it.
In other words, he never stepped foot on the
moon. He wouldn't.
Well,
he wouldn't swear on the Bible.
Maybe he was the one that was in the lander.
And I just saw this article not once but twice because I saw it on the front page of Yahoo at one point, like 2 days ago.
Keep the ship orbiting the moon.
Maybe so.
Buzz. There was quite a few of them. We had
the article was just like 2 days ago. Okay,
I think we had all the way up to Mission 12.
Here, what do you think of this?
What's that?
This is what scientists are saying about your coronavirus now.
What is it? Pangolins?
That's an ugly fucking creature.
Coronavirus hosts, scientists say. You know what it looks like? It looks like a mixture between an armadillo and an
I was just going to say, it looked kind of like an armadillo in a bit.
It looks like a mixture between
it's got
an
all them
armadillo
fucking
and
scales on it. Yeah. And then, the face kind of makes you think of an anteater. And it's got fucking claws.
The coronavirus? No. 14 people this is here's the thing about the coronavirus. These are conspiracy theories that are coming out about it.
Did you see this part though?
Go ahead, read it.
It says pangolias are possible hosts of the coronavirus. A study led by South China Agriculture, now this is South China Agriculture University, has found. Experts believe the outbreak originated at
Okay.
wild animal markets, and I heard this before this article was brought out. Okay,
The outbreaks
in
happened.
China,
Wuhan,
China.
China.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Wuhan, China.
Wuhan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now here's the
Sounds
thing.
like whoopee.
Okay. Here's the thing with this, okay?
Wait.
No, I'm gonna break in on this because
Hold
you're
They
reading
say-
bullshit right now.
But they say that this thing. Now listen to this. This is the fucked up part. They say this thing that looks like an anteater, a scaly anteater, are considered a delicacy in China and other countries.
Okay, it looks like an armadillo and an anteater had a
And the
kid.
scales are used in traditional medicines.
See, this is where you need her over there being able to control that fucking picture, where she could put this up on there,
Yeah, where Joy is.
so people can see what we're looking at here.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
What
You
is
know,
it?
we're gonna have to figure out.
No, give her the webpage.
It's not a web page. Just
Where's
Did
it?
you tell her how
What
to,
is
how
it?
to do that?
no. I'm gonna figure out how to hook this up, and I'll get that fixed.
Anyway, fuck
We'll get that fixed by next time somehow. I gotta.
But anyway, you're reading crap there. All right.
How do you know that's crap?
No, think about it this way. Okay. Here's some of your
That's from CBS News.
Here's some of your conspiracy theories about all this mess. Okay.
Oh, now I got him.
Now it did start in the Wuhan province in China.
Wuhan.
Okay.
I like that. Wuhan.
And that's where they had
Son
they
of a
have their
woman.
open
Wuhan.
they have their open
I knew exactly what you were thinking when you said Pacino.
you kiss my ass. But
Looks
they
too
have their
much like
open
your
markets
face.
over there. They do have their open markets over there. All right, this thing's.
Wuhan.
I don't like this boom.
I
So
don't like you either.
anyway, so you get your open markets over there. So and these markets are set up to where they have all the stuff. I'm trying to fix this stupid boom. So
Yeah, I don't trust nothing that any government puts out though. And I know
No.
you're probably being what do they call that?
you can't.
No,
So-
but Tom made a
So,
comment.
yeah,
I
no,
always
no,
trust
I know what he did. I know. So anyway,
sarcastic. I wouldn't trust any
The,
fucking government.
the government of China was already starting to have problems with their populace,
Well-
starting to revolt against them and everything.
Yeah, I saw that. They
right.
had all those protests.
And then
going
all
on
of a
over there
sudden,
in Hong Kong, wasn't it?
here comes the coronavirus. Boom.
Hmm.
Kind of a
Population
interesting,
control.
isn't it? No, not population control. It's to take the focus off of the government and
Wow.
give something else out there. So you got that. Now, here's another thing. The company over there. Now, I don't know if anybody's that's watching or anything
I haven't really been paying that
is
much attention,
is familiar with the video game Resident Evil or the movies Resident Evil. And the corporation called the Umbrella Corporation, which has this little symbol, so like an octagon symbol, and it looks like an umbrella kind of thing, and it's cut up into the 6 different sections, and 3 of the sections are red, and 3 of the sections are white. Well, the company supposedly that was messing around with this virus or testing this virus, their symbol looks identical to it. The only thing is it's blue and white. So there's that tie-in. It's a part of a conspiracy. But the whole thing is that people are believing that the Chinese government released this virus on their own people, and because they did this, it got out of control.
That wouldn't be too far fetched.
No, it wouldn't.
I mean, God only knows it's probably happened before somewheres in the world.
The World Health
If you look back at our
Hang
history.
on. Get over here and talk into the mic, woman, so they can hear you. Without bumping the camera, talk into the mic.
Can't hear me?
Well, we want to make sure we hear you.
The World Health Organization says U.S. is asking $675 million for new coronavirus preparedness.
That's kind of interesting that they are asking for it now, and it should have been asked for before it even happened.
Here's the thing. Here, now think about this, and I bet you this movie wasn't too far fetched either. And all I got to do is say the name of the title, and he's going to know where I'm going to go with this. Outbreak.
Yeah, I know exactly.
All right. They had this town that was totally infected with this virus.
Yep.
Okay. But the thing was the Ebola virus. All right.
Oh yeah.
And it was an African thing, right? But it got into the United States in some small, like Kansas, like town. I don't know if that's what it is or not, what it was or not exactly. But anyway, they had the government, our army, our military, had the fucking cure, or at least the map for the cure, the whole fucking time, and they were going to incinerate the town.
Yeah. No, yeah. I believe in that too.
They probably caused the virus just to be able to try to test something else that was going to incinerate the town.
Well, here's the thing on this.
They had a cure in the background.
Here's the biggest thing on this. A lot of these conspiracies are just that, conspiracy, but some of them actually touch on a little truth. Yeah. Now think of it this way: you've got our who we call government, but the people of this nation do not actually realize each individual person, makes up a piece of the body of the government. We are the government because the people that are running the country are representatives of the body of government, which we are, and they are placed there because of the votes that we have made to put them in there.
They don't do nothing but listen to the pocketbooks.
Yes, but you can't trust these assholes because they've got corporations that are feeding them money.
Out of going into that topic.
So,
like an air horn.
When it comes to government and
off limits
conspiracies, and I didn't go deep into it.
I know. I get it. I'm just fucking with you. Okay, make your point.
Okay.
Finish.
I went to the surface to make my point. I didn't go deep. You want me to go deep?
No.
I can go. I'll go 2 fingers deep.
Oh God.
Now he's getting sick.
I'll fist it up to the fucking elbow if you keep it up.
He's getting sick now.
Yeah.
All right. Now back to what I'm saying. With these fuckers that are in there right now, we can't trust them. We can't trust whether they've got a cure to it or whether they are the ones that caused it or any of that shit because of the fact that there's too much money involved in keeping these bastards in power.
All of a sudden, this thing is like that quick, and it's got this many people infected that quick.
Well,
I mean,
it's been what 3 months now. I think.
Yeah, but when it first spread, I mean, it was all of a sudden it's an epidemic.
No.
When it
first spread, it was only a couple of hundred people that got it, and there was only about 5 or 10 people dead. Now there's well over. I think the last count was 30 some odd thousand people in China, not worldwide.
I know.
In China that have it. There's over 500 people dead now.
Yeah, it smells fishy,
and it has actually broke quarantine stages and have come into other countries.
People who get infected don't get sick right away.
No, it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So within 2 weeks, it's a 14-day incubation period on this thing.
Carrier, you make other people sick.
It's a 14-day incubation period. That's exactly what this is.
This kind of shit keeps up. We're going to be walking around in fucking zombie land everywhere. You're going to have the Walking Dead walking around.
What was that video that we seen the other day where they were coming off the plane and they were spraying them?
Oh, that was in Indonesia. Indonesia. When the planes landed in Indonesia, the people that were getting off, that were disembarking,
biohazard people were spraying the people.
The people that were disembarking the plane had masks on, and the people that were standing at the base had biosuits on, and they were spraying these people down.
Doesn't that fucking country walk around with masks on most of the time, anyways? Whether or not there's a virus or not. I mean,
man, they were like.
There's always one or two in
crazy.
Those pictures. You see these pictures of people or the videos on the news and pictures long before this virus came out, and you got at least one or two. Yeah, I mean, it's like something.
Anyway.
Yeah,
well,
I do believe that. I do believe that the government was probably behind it, and there probably is some fucking cure that they're sitting on. They're just trying to fucking.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it because
maybe do like he said, keep the news on his thing.
Look at the big pharmaceuticals, okay? They have all kinds of cures for fucking diseases that we don't even know about right now.
Oh, fuck, pot should be legal.
My uncle worked for a big pharmaceutical company.
See, and big pharma is the reason that
he was there for the ride.
Big pharma is also part of the reason that pot's having a hard time getting legal in most places too, because these people they stand to lose a lot of money.
Yeah, well, they're getting to the point now where they're figuring out how they're going to be able to monetize and actually control it.
No, they're also coming out with.
That's why. No, that's why you can. That's why you see a lot more of these states going ahead and legalizing it and all this other shit.
That.
Because pharmaceutical has finally figured out a way of controlling it and making money on it, profiting like a big motherfucker.
I'm not so sure about that at the same time, because I've seen some things out there, these articles are coming out and they're starting to contradict some of the other stuff that, all the science is proven and stuff like this. And they're saying, no, this is really doing this. And that's all these anti-pot articles and stuff like this about nope, it can't really do that. It doesn't really do this. It can be actually do more harm to you than good. Blah,
no,
blah, blah,
that's
blah.
bullshit.
No, that's the kind of stuff I'm seeing.
Yes, but that is all bullshit.
Because there's been more and more states now legalizing it, not just for the medicinal purposes, but we've got like Illinois, for example, who just legalized it for recreational on top of their.
Yes.
They've been legal for medicinal.
Well,
now they're gonna a year later they turn around.
You know that our Congress, our House of Representatives had actually passed a bill to remove it from the Class 1.
Yeah, I know.
From being classified as Class 1. No, it is done because they have not taken it up in the Senate because of the fucking Republican control.
Yeah, well.
Because the Republicans know they're not going to make money on it as soon as it does that.
Well, yeah, because they're getting their line. Let's not get into that. They're lining their pockets from big pharma.
Yes.
It's always something. It's like you want to stop the gun violence. Do something and stop listening to the NRA and start banning some of these assault rifles to the public. The assault rifles should only be used in the fucking military zones. Period. Well, do you need one for
I got
Martin?
a question. I honestly have a question for anybody that would listen to this. When you go out hunting, are you afraid that Bambi's going to shoot back?
No. Hell no.
Then why the fuck do you need an AR-15 to turn Bambi into Swiss cheese?
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a shotgun. That's all I need.
Fuck the bumps. I don't even need that. All I need is a fucking pistol.
Well, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I mean, just one. You just.
I can get close enough to a fucking deer to take it down with a pistol.
Some people can just use a crossbow or a bow and take them out with a fucking bow and arrow.
I think they just want the weapon.
But I'm just saying.
Sake of having it.
To go.
No. You want to know? You want to know what? Do you want to know why a man wants an AR-15 or an AK-47 or an M16 or an A4 or an A2 or any of those kind of weapons? You want to know why?
What's your theory? I say they're psycho.
No, it's not because they're psycho. Because they have a shortcoming.
Oh. Sure.
And that's a compensation for their shortcoming.
Oh, because they can't afford the expensive car.
That is very funny.
Possibly.
Well, think about it.
All
right.
They feel that
No,
their
they
dick
have a
is the
shortcoming.
fucking size of their pinky, and
Alright.
that's an extension for them.
I've said this a million times over. I hear that a lot. About the expensive car thing, and I gotta kind of go off on that a little bit more. They say that a lot, and I kind of laugh about that every time I hear it. But the
Well, I think
reason
I
is
scared
because
Tom away.
if you get all the money in the some guys, they get all the money in the world, they want that Lamborghini or that whatever, Maserati.
I think we scared Tom away
or
because he's
whatever.
not on now.
You know what? If I got all the money, I could have any car in the world that I
It's
want.
just you and me.
I want an old Mopar.
Nobody likes us anymore. We pissed everybody off.
I'd want an old muscle car
I pissed everybody off.
with an updated, more
Ah, you
fuel
get
efficient
something more.
engine. That's what I'd want. I'd even settle for like having the Avenger back. Because that's a Mopar.
Yeah.
Or a car like his.
Our Dart. I love that.
I mean, it
Dart.
don't even have to
That
be
thing's
that classic.
freaking awesome.
But me personally, if I got to pick any car in the world, I'd want a Mopar. I'd want like a Dodge Charger, Dodge Challenger, something along those lines. I wouldn't want this big Maserati, expensive 200-mile-an-hour car.
You realize that a Charger or a Challenger, if it's set up correctly, will do over 200 miles an hour.
But it doesn't cost you $200,000 for that fucking
No.
car either.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, it's like a guy going down and because he can, he's
A vehicle shouldn't cost
wearing a
the same
fucking
as
Rolex
buy a
just to show
house.
that he's got fucking money. It's
But the whole
the same thing. They're making up for
now
shortcomings.
we'll go back to this
Or
shortcomings.
midlife crisis.
Okay. But even still, that's the reasoning. I'm not gonna begrudge a person having that. I'm not gonna say you can't have that. What I am gonna say is this: you want that, you got to prove that you're not gonna go fucking crazy ape shit and go kill people.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Well,
I want background checks, and that's
Kill
it.
People with different guns too, not just.
well,
Shit, you don't even need a gun to kill a person.
No.
You can kill a person with a fucking knife.
you
You
kill
can
a person with your bare hands if you know what you're doing.
Usually it's a coward that goes
Let's see.
out and
Where's your
kills
pencil?
people.
I'll show you how to. I'll show you how to make a pencil disappear.
Well, you can kill a person with your bare hands. You don't even have to fucking have
That's
anything.
what I'm saying. Didn't you ever?
Yeah,
did
yeah.
you ever see the Dark Knight series? The one with
Where he
the
took
Joker?
Yeah, took the pencil
No,
off.
he's got the pencil. He sets it up like this. He's like, "Come here, I'm going to show you a trick. I'm going to show you how to make that pencil disappear." Grabs the guy by the back of the head and slams his head down on it. It goes right through his eye.
Yeah.
Kills him.
Thinking that had worked.
So there you go. Made the pencil disappear. That was the Joker.
Yeah.
Joker did that. Shit like that. You don't need a gun. I'm sorry. You don't need a gun. But the whole thing is, fine, you want a gun? Get a background check. Do extensive background checks.
Register the fucker.
Well, Tom Hartman's one of them that says that if they want a gun that badly, then we should have a registration for them. You should have to register the gun and then buy insurance on it. Just like you would a car.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Your car, right there, you can kill
It
a
does.
person with that car. And because of that, the regulations of our government says that you have to get a license to drive it, you have to register that car, and you have to pay insurance on that car. And that insurance is to cover your ass and anybody else's ass that may be involved in an accident with that car.
Or that's why people get charged with vehicular manslaughter or homicide. Same
manslaughter.
thing you can get charged with having a gun
Yes.
or any other weapon.
But if you want a gun, that's fine. I don't care.
No.
Have a gun. Go buy a gun. Go on, But make sure that you get your shit together and your background is being checked properly. Make sure that you're not going to go psycho and go kill people with it.
Yeah, but what if somebody who
And make sure you have a safe place to store it.
Yeah, and you got to make sure
That
you
kids can't get
that
into
you
it.
store it in a safe manner or a safe place where children are not going to find
No,
it.
let's get back on topic here with the paranormal shit.
I'm sorry. But You got me going on something
I know.
else. It's all your fault.
Okay, that
Not
was
always
the end
my
of their rant. Now, back to the real stories.
Yeah, but I rant all the time.
Yeah, he rants all the time.
So how the hell can that be the end of my rant? That's like
It
the
ain't gonna
middle.
happen.
Okay.
That's somewhere
For
in
the next
between
15
there
minutes.
somewhere.
Yeah. Till we find something else for him to bitch about.
So
Actually,
anyway,
try about 11 minutes.
so since we're off on this shit, we'll do it this way too. Now, the coronavirus, I do believe, is a virus that was released by the Chinese government. Now, here's another thing. Also, because of the global warming and,
Oh, this is
and
one of
everything,
those. I hate those.
we have the permafrost in the Siberian areas melting. We have this permafrost up in Alaska melting, and then in Canada melting, and everything else. And that's exposing us to viruses that were back in the Cretaceous, in the Jurassic, in the dinosaur era, and everything else. That there's those kind of things. So we have viruses there that our bodies don't even know how to fucking react to.
They said on the news today, this morning, I was watching, that in Antarctica, it was 65 degrees today.
65 degrees in Antarctica during the wintertime.
Is that a problem? I think so.
During the wintertime.
I think so.
And that's warm enough to melt
That's
that
warmer
whole
than it is
fucking
here.
thing.
Jeez, I want to be in Antarctica right now.
Yeah, it's warmer there than it is here. What the fuck? Well, somebody came back. I don't know who
I'll
did.
just have to make sure that I have a boat, an inflatable
Wow.
boat.
So, and
Sure, iceberg don't hit you.
but that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
We've got all this permafrost melting, and we've got we've also got mammoths during that period of time. There was diseases then too, and I guarantee you that some of these mammoths that they actually found a baby mammoth that was frozen in the permafrost at one time. That still it was almost like it was an instantaneous freeze because it still had the grasses it was eating at the time in its mouth. Okay, now think about this. That thing was exposed to viruses and bacterias and diseases in that era that we haven't seen because these things have either died out or they have been frozen over by the permafrost and kept down like we would our specimens in labs. We put them in the freezer and put them in and hold them forever.
Since it was frozen fast and it still had grass in its mouth, if they thought it right, could it actually come back to life?
Don't know, but you know that they actually are doing a program where they're going to be taking, because of these things of finding these whole mammoths. They're finding whole mammoths and everything. They're able to take DNA from the marrow of the bone of these things, and they're going to mix them with a either I think they said the not the African elephant but the Asian elephant. Yeah, the Asian elephant. I think they're gonna use the Asian elephant to use the DNA from the mammoth and try to bring the mammoth back.
Oh
Well, I
wow!
saw that once before.
They're gonna do a
I know,
Jurassic
it's a
Park.
Jurassic Park theory.
Yeah, they're gonna do a Jurassic Park. With it.
Wow!
Hi, Ashley.
I found something
Ashley's
we got to
on.
check out.
Hi,
In
Ashley.
this article I was reading, I found the article finally again. In this article I was reading
You got Kleenex over there?
about
Chance.
some weird places in the Wisconsin Dells.
I just don't throw it. Don't throw it. Just hand it under.
This place isn't in the Wisconsin Dells, but they talked about it in this article, and I'm
Right, that's good.
curious because we're gonna have to do a little bit more investigating in it because it's not too far from us.
The wonder spot's gone. I don't want to go up there.
No. The same mass of ice that tore up the land in the area known as the Kettle Moraine All right, well,
Okay.
and we all know where Kettle Moraine is.
That's in
It lives here.
Wisconsin.
Kettle Moron?
I grew up in the
Where
Kettle Moraine.
some locals believe that glacial deposit there also may be the nexus of the area's long history of mysterious UFO activity. So apparently, there's a lot of it right there over Kettle Moraine.
Kettle Moron.
Yeah.
That's a very big area.
Yeah, the Kettle Moraine is a huge area.
I know.
Yeah.
But those woods over there, the Kettle Moraine area is also a very fascinating area. Not only if it's got this UFO activity.
All right.
So when we're out there,
So-
because there's also a beast of some sort, which would make me think that close by would be some of those effigy mounds,
That's
because
possible.
the beast is described almost like the one from Bray Road's described.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like
Well,
a half
now think
human,
about this.
half dog, wolfman type thing.
Kettle Moraine is a large moraine in the state of Wisconsin, United States. It stretches from Walworth County in the south to Kewaunee County
Yeah,
in the
so
north.
all
That's
through that
up north.
area,
That's
there's a
way
lot.
Oh,
I know
we're
it.
in the Kettle Moraine.
I know. So I mean, we're part of that. So that could explain a lot of weird shit.
You know what the common Indian word for the beast of Bray Road is, right?
Which that's in the Kettle Moraine too.
What's that?
Bray Road.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. The common Indian term for what the beast of Bray Road is called a Wendigo.
A Wendigo.
A Wendigo is basically a skinwalker.
Well, this whole article was also, they were also talking about the other thing we wanted to go to and explore Plainfield for
Oh yeah,
one reason
Yeah.
there.
Ed Gaines' house or
Um,
property.
But it's talking about this glacier from about 20,000 years ago. All right, and it talks about how when you go and take the boat tours up there, they
Mhm.
talk about the cliffs and the different sculptures. Like one looks like a fallen piano and shit.
Yeah.
They're talking about that, and then they talk about this person here and a few other people. I'm gonna look into this more, but I've heard of a lot of weird and strange shit happening up and around the Wisconsin Dells area for years.
Yeah. There's all kinds of weird crap that happens, and it's not just the Wisconsin Dells; it's all over.
No,
the
no,
nation,
no.
all over the
I'm just
world.
saying. And this place was supposedly really fucking haunted.
Which one?
The haunted mansion. I mean, they said that there was no, because of where it was built on. There's some history behind that. I kind of did the
Fine,
same
we
thing
can
you
look
did and
into it.
laugh too, because it's like a haunted mansion, like a tourist attraction to
I
boot.
wasn't like laughing facetiously. I was just kind of chuckling because of what you said.
It had something to do with where it's built in the Dells, plus some
There
of
is-
the stuff that they brought in from other places that
Mhm.
could have been cursed.
Wendigo is a supernatural being belonging to the spiritual traditions of Algonquin.
This here was a display
First Nation
from.
North America.
See, look at this.
Yeah.
I mentioned it. She
She
looks
looks
it up.
Yeah. This is a display from
So-
Ripley's.
False legends,
This is
humans
what's gonna happen
transform
now.
into
That's a display from Ripley's and
Wendigo of
Jaws.
need or weakness.
Here's what's going to happen now. I'm going to get a new either Chromebook or laptop, and then this one Lisa's going to get, and she's going to sit over there looking shit up all the damn time.
Oh, so she's going to be the fact checker, so to speak, for us, huh?
Yeah, she could be my fact checker, and if I'm wrong, she can let me know.
Oh, hell, look, Mark, you're in the history books there.
So anyway, okay, we got a minute. You said we were going to break at 45, so it's
Oh.
it's 6:44 right now.
We got a break before an hour is up, but yeah.
Well, I got to take a leak anyway, so.
I'm sure everybody wanted to know that.
Well, I guess
Hey, it's
I
not
guess
my
that
fault.
kind
I
of
got
blew my
pissed.
fucking bubble of saying, "Do you want me to alert the fucking media?" I
there you
I
go.
think we've
The
alerted a
media-
lot
the
more than the
media's already
media now
alerted.
about you wanting to take a pee.
I
Just
don't
don't
want to
take
take a
one of
pee, I want
mine.
to take a leak.
Well, just don't take one of mine. I'm saving for
Don't
Christmas.
Take one, leave one.
But of course, you know,
Make sure you leave 50 cents on the back of the toilet.
no, I'm broke. I can't do that. Lisa took all my money. She spent it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want a tissue too? I'd hate to see an old
No, I
man
got one
cry.
right here. I got one right here.
Okay, people, are we going to take a break?
Yes,
I guess we're
I'm
done.
gonna take a leak. We're going to be done with this little episode. And,
All right.
Are we going to go back live again? Or are we gonna
I guess
just
we
do
can go
a-
back live in a bit or do a recorded episode.
do a
It's up to you
recorded
guys. We'll
episode.
see.
'Cause I don't mind.
It doesn't
Either
matter.
way.
We'll figure it out. We'll be
just
back.
I just got to piss.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess there's going to be a line for the bathroom. Oh my God. I better get there first.
Whatever.
Anyway,
All
thank
right,
you for
till next time.
watching.
Thanks for watching. Check us out at www.utterlyinsaneproductions.com. Like us on Facebook. Share our YouTube videos if you like them. And please subscribe to us on YouTube.
And again,
It
we're gonna,
helps.
I'm not sure if we're going to be back live in a couple of minutes or if we're going to do a extra.
It's probably just going to be a recorded bonus episode.
Okay, we can do it.
We're not coming back live.
Well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys kind of enjoyed it. I know I went off topic a lot, but man, you know, it happens. All right. We're